This graph is for each stable release. So the relation between the count of lines of code on each language in this release by the count of lines of code in Debian Ham. So in Debian Ham, Debian 2.0, this graph is 1 in all cases. Well, then we can use the numbers in mslogs we can measure on Debian to estimate the effort for making a Debian distribution from scratch. You can see that Debian source effort is, or Debian source cost is about 10 times more than Debian Ham. And some words about the estimation technique. This estimation technique was designed by Boehm in 1981. So this estimation technique is old, and the result must be considered with caution. As a summary, this method takes as input the number of mslogs and apply a set of formulas and obtain the effort in man-years and the time of development, estimated time of development in years. By doing a trivial computation, we can obtain with the average salary of a programmer, we can obtain the cost in millions of dollars. It's interesting to compare the Debian size with other operating systems, both free, libre, and proprietary. There exists a similar study on Red Hat distribution done by David Wheeler. So we have using this data until now. But now we have a modern version of Red Hat that is Fedora Core. And you can see that Debian and Fedora Core, which is contemporary, Debian is much larger than Fedora. The third column is the number of mslogs of each system. Also, we can compare the Debian releases with proprietary systems. In some, we can find the numbers for proprietary systems in some other bibliographies and computer magazines. For those, we must use the numbers also with caution because the unavailability of source code and the scope of this system. In Debian, you can find all the user needs. And for example, in Microsoft Windows, you can find only the operating system with a small quantity of user application. So these numbers, in general, must be considered with caution. However, you can see that the last release of Windows XP, is also smaller, very smaller, much smaller than Debian releases since Potato. Also, we have a month ago, we have measured the Open Solaris And you can see that Open Solaris is smaller. Note that Open Solaris only includes the kernel source and some the user commands of Unix, and this number must not to be considered. Well, finally, we have another research in the copyright analysis from the source code of Debian and other software. The methodology is again to download the package and select the package and doing a header analysis of its file, and using the Pyternity tool, we can search the authorship pattern. This tool is not published yet, and is a research project of our group. Well, the result is yet on its early stage of research, so this result also must be taken with caution. We can offer here 2 slides. First shows the copyright, the most important, the most frequent copyrights found in Debian Ham, and the next shows us the copyright found in Debian Sharks. As a first approach for results, we see that the enterprise collaboration are growing more than other groups, and also about the half of code is from individual developers. Well, these are the address for the tools we use for this measure. First, you can find in Debian the slug count tool, since the Debian Ham, the Debian Potato, I think, and the copyright analysis, as we said, can be done with Pyternity. And on these addresses, you could find the tool in I think in a month or 2 months, so it is not published yet. Also, in our main web page, you can find more tools for those that we name libre software engineering. Finally, I wish to show you this address where you can find the concrete numbers for this talk. In the page, you can select any distribution, any Debian distribution since Ham to Sharp, and then, for example, in Sharp, you can see the statistics we have measured. For example, in the link statistics, this is the global statistic, the number of message packets, the number of files, the number of mslog, well, the number of slogs, mean values, and the language distribution. Also, you can see this, this result for each package. For example, you can select the most cited package, which is OpenOffice, and then our MySQL is doing the query. I can call to the system administrator reboot. Okay. Well, for each package, you can see about the language distribution and the global numbers for each package and the estimate cost. Yes, the last line, the estimate cost for this package in dollars, with an average salary is from the 2000 year. Yeah. And now, I don't know these graphs, so yes. For example, yes, these graphs are not very good. I like them. Well, so yeah. The conclusions about this talk about the evolution of Debian distributions are these. First, Debian duplicate is sized every 2 years. The mean package size, second, the mean package size remain almost constant. C is the main language, but other languages grow more quickly, mainly those interpreted. The most important conclusion is Debian GNU Linux is probably the biggest software system created until date by a coordinated group of people. And about the copyright analysis, about the half of copyrights belong to the individual developers, and the enterprise collaboration growing more than the individual developers and so. Well, once again, our internet addresses and the book about Kokomo, if you wish to know more about this old estimation technique. Well, thank you.
We still have a bit of time. Are there any questions for Juan? Anywhere? Oh, actually, I have a question. Do you have any statistics about the localizations?
I don't understand, sorry. I have
Yes. The question is that have you got any statistics about the localization issues? For instance, the number of languages that are covered by free software versus commercial operating system, for instance.
Acerca de, perdona, que no te digo. ¿Las traducciones? No, not yet.
Is that planned, though?
And?
Are there plans to do that?
¿And? No te entiendo. Pues venir. 4.
I guess my universal translator doesn't quite work well today. Babblefish to the rescue.
¿Está previsto hacer eso, previsiones para contar las languages, digamos?
Not at the moment, but in a further
In the next phase, perhaps, of the project for Edge, maybe.
¿Alguna próxima etapa del proyecto? Dedicarse a las traducciones y ese tipo de cosas.
Well, the problem is usually we count only the source code and obtain statistics about the programming language and those devoted to the software engineering.
Right.
However, we have another tool, the UBase analysis, UBase analyze. And in this tool, we have the identification of the translating I18 en
189.
Yeah, statistics, but not for each language, for each language.
Because I was thinking that one interesting statistics to gather for starting with the next Debian release would be on the number of PO files. I mean, by counting the number of PO files that exist for a given piece of software and making statistics about that, then you would be able to compile exactly how many languages are covered proportionally, basically over, let's say, what the main repository in Debian contains, that you have statistics that, okay, English obviously is covered for everything because it's the default, but then let's say that how big of a percentage of the whole main repository, for instance, supports French, Spanish, and so forth in Trav. It's just a suggestion. I was wondering if that was planned, but I think it could be an interesting development to do for the next Debian release.
Una sugerencia que sería interesante tal vez ver un diagrama y los idiomas más soportados y en qué porcentaje, por ejemplo, y qué falta por idiomas, qué porcentaje y qué falta completar, así. Cosas así. Preguntaba, bueno, si la idea es interesante o no, una sugerencia.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. We wouldn't have as much of a longitudinal view.
I can take note of
Okay.
this.
But anyhow, I'd like to thank you for your presentation. Now, is Andras Bart around here? Is he back from lunch yet? Nope. Okay. He better be. Could anyone try to phone him, please, and see if he's on his way? I unfortunately don't have his number myself. Okay. Yes. Unless there's other questions, we still have time until we find our next speaker. Come down.
Okay. How do you control situations where actually same source code is counted 2 times? For instance, OpenOffice.org and OpenOffice.org Ximian edition.
Y dice qué tan en cuenta tienen la cuenta de duplicado de software libre, de código de software. Por ejemplo, cuando se cuenta 2 veces el mismo con OpenOffice y demás. Si lo tuvieron en cuenta o no.
Sí. Yes. We can only OpenOffice. OpenOffice is not repeated. No. Well, other in most of packages we have developed an heuristic to identify the packets with code served. For example, Mozilla Firefox. But in OpenOffice, is, the source package is only one. I remember, no?
Okay. This situation can come in the same package also.
Oh, yeah.
Same situation can be found with one package also when there
Acá
are.
dice que dentro del paquete código fuente duplicado. Se refiere a eso.
Yeah. The slot count tool. Okay. Yeah. Identify identical files with MD5 code in a package.
What I meant was slot count cannot handle if there are 2 times same source code. It only counts physical source code lines, but it don't handle if there are same line 2 times.
Okay.
No, tampoco. Si cuenta la misma línea 2 veces, ese tipo de cosas. Dice.
No. Two different files in one line is ever 2 files. Yes. There are another tool to another code similar to MD5, which is Simsa, that shows the when 2 files are very similar, the code is very similar. Okay. So slot count doesn't use this code.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will take a short 5-minute break for those who.
But he's all ready to go?
Yes. Well, we just switched laptops during that short 5 minutes.
2 minutes left.
So we'll start then the next presentation in 5 minutes.